Hello everybody, Pgmod Gaming. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Criminal Case. We made it through the first 3 cases of the Financial District, and we're going to hop straight into Family Blood, Case 15. We've got a delicate case today, Sergeant PG. A woman was found tied up dead right next to her baby's crib. You mean the baby was there when she got killed? That is precisely what I mean, yes. But there's more. The victim was Alden Green's daughter-in-law, Eileen Green. Alden Green? The business magnate who owns half this district? Oh, that bodes well. Come on, PG. We've got a VIP crime scene waiting for us. Oh. It always sucks when a mother gets killed, especially in front of her baby, you know? Let me just check real quick, just to make sure that I am indeed recording. Okay, I am indeed recording, so let's waste no time, head straight toward the baby's room. Okay. Oh. Cuckoo clock. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, that's terrible. Teddy bear, slippers, piece of paper. Man, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, my throat. Yeah, that's a bad sight. That's a terrible sight, man. Killing a woman next to her baby is already heartless, but tying her up? This is the work of a psychopath, if you ask me. I really hope Nathan will find something good during the autopsy, something that will lead us straight to Eileen's killer. What else do we have? This paper you found next to the body. Vic Boulevard, Cross River. I can't read the rest. I'm gonna need your expert skills once again, PG. As for the family's nanny, Miss Bustlepot, she found the body this morning. We should go talk to her as soon as we can. Yeah, oh. That poor woman, bro. Man, I don't care what you do, you don't deserve to die like that, man. Like, you don't deserve to get killed next to your baby, bro. Your victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. My bet is on a baseball bat, but you'll have to find the murder weapon to be 100% sure. The interesting thing is, she was tied up post-mortem. It's as if the killer wanted to subdue her even more, as if killing her hadn't been enough. You're probably looking for someone who felt humiliated by Eileen, someone who wanted to regain control over her. I also found traces of alcohol in your victim's face, whiskey to be exact. There was no alcohol in her blood or even her mouth. Evidently, her attacker deliberately threw it at her face, which means your killer drinks whiskey. So humbling to know. Man. Oh, poor Eileen, bro. Okay, well, let's examine the address, or whatever this is. I don't know, it could be an address, but... Okay. Okay, that's south. Obviously. D3. And... War 6. I impressed myself even with that one. Brilliant deciphering as always, PG. I wonder how that address ended up next to Eileen's body. And I also wonder what it points to. STH, D3, War 6? Something down? No, I've got nothing. Let's take this address to Alex. Hopefully, we'll be able to make sense of it. And I hope so, holy crap. That is not something I understand. Alex, what's this address? I love a little puzzle in the morning. That address you found next to the victim points straight to one of the old factories. South... Wait. Okay, yeah. South D3 War 6 means South Dock number 3, Warehouse number 6. I'll input the coordinates in your GPS. The factories? I didn't think I'd set foot in the industrial area again. Did you, PG? Let's head off straight away. We're going back to the industrial area? This is where I cut my teeth. Not literally, of course. It's a figure of speech, but... okay, whatever. Let's search the hallway. This place gives me the creeps. Why would a woman of Eileen's standing come here? Let's have a look around and see if we can find clues to solve this mystery. Let us see what we got. Torn photo. Or gift. Now a torn photo. Tin can, a camera, a skull, and a watering can. And there we go. Easy enough. What did you find? A torn picture? Weird place for it. Let's try and see who's on it. I'll talk to Miss Fusselpot in a second. Who we got here? Looks like Eileen and some other man. Wait a sec. That's our victim on the picture. She looks younger, but it's definitely Eileen. But who is that man with her? It's not her husband, that's for sure. Wait, did you hear that? There's a man over there. And he looks very much like the man on the picture. Hey, you! Tom Hunt. Alright, well, before I go any further into this, I'm going to be right back as I get the rest of these stars. So see you guys in just a second. Gadoosh! And we are back. I've gotten all these motherfucking stars, which means that we can go ahead and talk to, let's talk to Irma Fusselpot. Let's talk to the nanny. The baby has been crying all morning. Poor little Oliver. I'm sure he knows his mama's dead. It must have been quite a shock finding Miss Green this way. When do you arrive at the house? Around 7 a.m.? I always come in early on Tuesdays. Miss Green liked to sleep late. She was not the most dedicated mother, if you know what I mean. If I was the one who really took care of raising Oliver, Mr. Oh, shit. I can't read, bro. I'm all of a sudden dyslexic. I was the one who really took care of raising Oliver. Mr. Green knew his wife wouldn't be counted on. I see. Sergeant PG, would you like to talk to Mr. Green? Is he home? Yes, he just came back from his morning jog. You will find him in the living room down the hall. I have major OCD, so it's like, if I can't read a fucking line correctly, I'm gonna go berserk on myself, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna actually crash out because of my stupidity. Let's talk to Tom. Tom Hunt. Victim's ex-husband. Damn. But I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just crashing here for a few days. I didn't know this factory still belonged to someone. Relax, we're not here to evict you. The woman on this picture has just been killed. Who is she to you? Eileen? Eileen's dead. She's my ex-wife. She got a divorce and just disappeared 5 years ago. I only just managed to track her down to this town, and now she's dead? Track her down? Were you stalking her? No, look, I loved Eileen. I wanted to ask her for a second chance, but she wouldn't have anything to do with me. Wouldn't even see me. Oh, let's talk to Mr. Green. Paul Green. I'm just gonna take a wild guess, right? Knowing Alden Green and his massive branch of corporations, I'm pretty sure his entire family bloodline is gonna be the most douchiest, the most greedy-ass sons of bitch, corrupt sons of bitches ever. So, let's see. Talk to Paul. Alright, PG, remember, we're dealing with Alden Green's son here. We better be tactful if we don't want to have Alden on our backs afterwards. You had better find my wife's murderer double quick, Sergeant PG. Whoever dared enter my home must be caught and locked up. We understand you're upset, but we're here to help you, Mr. Green. Did your wife have any enemies? Eileen had trouble making friends, but who in this town would be foolish enough to attack the Green name anyway? I can't imagine the scandal once the news gets out. Reporters will have a field day of it. Blast them. Charming man. Paul seems more concerned about the fact that someone dared attack the Green name than about the death of his wife. I'm really starting to dislike everyone in this part of town, PG. They're all more interested about money and reputation than about people. Why do you think it's called the financial district, Jones? Keyword financial district. They're all about money. Bunch of low livestock traders and shit. Anyway, let's go into chapter 2. Why not? Sergeant PG, why haven't you handed in your report yet? Should I remind you how important Miss Green's murder is? PG, we both know you've got what it takes to close this case. Don't let Jones slow you down. Hey, I'm not You are! Anyway, Alden Green wants to speak with you about this case, to make sure we are doing our best. Go see him now! Damn, bro. King sure is wound up tight today. We better recap what we have so far. Eileen was killed by someone who wanted to control her. Someone who drinks whiskey, and who didn't hesitate to kill a woman while her baby was in the room. God, that's still sad, man. That's still sad. Can you imagine how traumatic that would be for that baby? To see her own mother get killed right in front of her? In front of him? Damn, bro. Now there's... English, please. Simple English. It's not hard. It is not hard to speak English. Now, there have been complaints about strange noises coming from a disused garden right across from the Green's home. We should go have a look at it. And let's not forget to talk to Alden Green, too. King will have my hide if we don't. Do I gotta talk to Green? Oh. Fine. I'll go talk to that son of a bitch. Why not? Get him out of the way. Sergeant PG, I'm glad you're on this case. I wouldn't have wanted anyone but the very best to handle this. I hope you don't mind me having a drink, but this sordid affair has quite shaken me up. Look, I'm gonna be very blunt. When my son decided to have a baby with a woman he knew almost nothing about, I hired a private detective. He quickly found out that Eileen had been a junkie, always getting into trouble with her ex-husband, a certain Tom Hunt. She got arrested for larceny, then divorced and came to Grimsborough to reinvent herself, with the help of my son's money, no doubt. People can change, you know. Did you let your son know about these discoveries? No, but I was going to. I discovered that the ex-husband had gotten in contact with her again, and I knew nothing good could come off it. I could have done without Alden Green putting his nose in this case. Man has got serious control issues. Hiring a private detective to spy on his daughter-in-law? What if he couldn't stand the thought that an ex-junkie had joined his prestigious family? I say he's suspicious, and even though he didn't offer us any, he was drinking whiskey like our killer. But I guess he's got a point too. Tom clearly came to Grimsborough to stalk Eileen. We should have a closer look at his squat, PG. Hell yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm looking less at Tom and more at the fucking Greens, because those greedy-ass motherfuckers, I'm telling you, man, there's something shady going on there. There's something shady. I feel like Tom is just a red herring, you know? Ex-husband, junkie, I mean, look, it feels too obvious for it to be Tom. It feels too obvious. I'm not gonna bank on it. Alright. Pills. Magnifying glass. Camera. I fucking hate snakes. Screw off. Oh my god. And a shopping tote. This looks like really expensive. This looks like a really expensive bag for it to be lying in an abandoned warehouse. You know what I mean? Okay, how did such a posh shopping bag end up here? Of all places. Let's have a look inside, shall we, PG? I'm gonna do something real quick. Give me 1 sec. Alright. I'm back. Sorry, I had to do something important real quick. Let me search the backyard real quick. Fuck. I'm telling you. I'm tired. I've ran off of little sleep. I'm running off of, like, very little sleep. Baseball bat. bloody baseball bat. This is the murder weapon. There's no way it's not. There's no way it isn't. Pinwheel shoe print. Alright. Pinwheel and umbrella. So we got a bloody baseball bat and a shoe print. That's gonna come in handy. Nice catch, PG. This baseball bat is covered in blood. Let's send it to Nathan straight away. And there's that shoe print you found right next to it. These can't be mere coincidences. Eileen's killer fled through this garden after the murder. You need to figure out what kind of shoes they were wearing. Let's have a look at the database, PG. That's what you were trying to say and couldn't because you're an idiot. Oh my god. Let's examine the tote. For here. What? You found receipt. I found a receipt. And that is why people should always keep their receipts in their shopping bags. Makes our work so much easier. Let's send this credit card number to the lab and see who this bag belongs to. If I just speak proper English, we won't have any problems. Okay? That's all I need. Speak proper fucking English. And let me examine this shoe as well. Alright, what do we got? Okay, unique looking pattern. It's this pattern. This pattern. This pattern. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. When we found that shoe print in the garden, I knew you'd manage to complete our killer's profile, PG, and you proved me right. So according to your expert comparison, our killer wears running shoes. Miss Puzzlepot spends her days in the Green's home. She could probably fill us in on about whom the family wears running shoes. Yeah. Alright. Good. Okay, but first let me analyze both these real quick. Don't you have more of a challenge? My brilliant mind is wasted on such trifles as shopping bags and credit card numbers. Cut it out, Alex. What did you find? Those groceries were purchased 8 days ago by none other than your victim, Miss Eileen Green. If her shopping bag ended up in the factory, it means she did go to see Tom. Ooh, I hate when people lie to us. Come on, PG. Let's go have another chat with this douchebag. I love adding more emphasizing words in there. Your instinct was good, PG. I compared the baseball bat you found in the garden with Eileen's wounds, and they're a perfect match. This baseball bat is your murder weapon. Haha, I knew it. Now, I trust you've already dusted the bat for fingerprints, right? Of course we have. Who do you take us for, Nathan? But, we'd like to have another look at the grip, just to be sure, wouldn't we, PG? Are you telling me that we sent this bat for analysis and didn't check it for fingerprints? Ooh, Jones. I'm gonna have you written up for that one. I'm gonna have you written up for that. I have no intention of telling you who in this family wears running shoes, officers. I am a professional housekeeper, not a snitch, as you say. Mr. Green evidently selected me more carefully than he did his wife. Selected? You really didn't like Miss Green, did you? You seem to have nothing but contempt for her. You are wearing running shoes, I notice. I'm on my feet 18 hours a day taking care of this house and this baby. Running shoes aren't very fashionable, but they help me with my back pains. This is a very quiet clap. Tiffany for that. Okay. Tom? What are you doing with our victim's shopping bag? Huh? If your ex-wife never came to visit you while you were here, how did she end up buying your groceries, Mr. Hunt? Alright, fine. Eileen did come a couple of times. She'd bring me food and whiskey for old time's sake. I'm sure she only did it because she liked to rub her money in my face. I've asked around. I know what family she married into. Anyway, she stopped coming a week ago. I wasn't posh enough for her. Oh, no. She'd rather let me die with nothing to drink than come to see me. And that's why you killed her? Because she wouldn't buy you whiskey anymore? Of course not. I never even went to her place. Alden Green is the kind of man who'd kill you for bothering his family. You think I'm nuts? That is true. Honestly, looking at Alden over here, with all the connections and shit he got, I wouldn't come near his house with a... I wouldn't touch his house with a 30-foot pole, bro. Nah, bro. Bet. Bro, I dusted the entire fucking thing. What do you want from me, game? Damn. Okay, not only did our killer just dump the murder weapon in a neighboring garden, but they didn't even think to wipe it clean. Either we're dealing with the most clueless criminal in history, or this bat has been in regular use before the murder. There are too many fingerprints on the grip. I don't see how we could isolate just one for comparison. Let's send them all to Alex and see what he can dig up. Alright. Let's see. Okay guys, next time just send me a doorknob, okay? There'll be just as many fingerprints on it than on this baseball bat. It's been touched by pretty much everyone in the family, including the baby. And there are a lot more prints, too blurry to be analyzed. But the person who touched this baseball bat the most is Scott Green, by a long shot. Scott Green? He's Paul Green's son from a previous marriage. Let's go talk to him, PG. Ooh. The plot thickens. It could be Tom, or it could be some weird family affair. Of course my prints are all over this bat. It's my baseball bat. Dad gave it to me when I was 7, and I gave it to Oliver when he was born. Look, if you think I've killed my stepmother, you're bonkers. Eileen was cool and we got along just fine. Still, it can't have been easy seeing your father replacing your mother, can it? My mother died when I was 9. I got over it. I'm just glad Oliver's alright. I hope he didn't see his mom die. Scott, if you don't mind me saying, your breath stinks of whiskey. I know the day's been rough, but aren't you a little young to be drinking? Fuck! I thought I got rid of the smell. Look, don't tell my dad. He'll flip out. I went to a party yesterday, and he hates it when I drink. Huh. Well, there are only 5 possible suspects, as always. Now, it could be Sam. I mean, not Sam. What the fuck was his name? Tom. Why was I thinking his name was Sam for a sec? No, not Sam. It could be Tom, but I feel like that's too obvious. The only other people who are in the house that could have possibly killed her are the nanny, maybe her father-in-law, maybe her husband, maybe even her stepson. I don't know. I just feel like it could be a family affair. Anyway, when we pick up next time, we'll get through chapters 3 and 4, like we always do. Anyway, but thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, do all the things, because you guys are so fucking amazing. I love you guys so much. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I really do mean that. And let me know how you guys are enjoying this game so far. This case is the most interesting, I think, by far. Not because of the fact that it's, like, so fucking brutal, but because this is just bizarre, you know? And it feels like the most realistic case out of any of them. I don't know. This feels like a very realistic case. Because, like, the other ones that happen, I mean, yeah, they, in theory, could happen, but it's like, you don't really see that every day. This is, like, typical, like, this is something you hear about on the news a lot in terms of, like, family affairs and shit. But anyway, let me know down in the comments who you think could have killed Eileen Green. In my personal opinion, it's got to be one of the family members. I do not think it's Tom. If you guys think it's Tom, by all means, like, we're not going to find out till next episode. But me personally, I have a gut suspicion that it's one of the Green family members. I don't know which one, but it's one of the Green family members. I don't think it's the nanny, but I feel like it's one of the Green family members. I don't know. So, but with all that being said, everyone, remember, stay safe, be good people, and until next time, my good friends, bye-bye!